Well, I asked an acupuncturist for some names of people and colleges, and Tuina was one of maybe 4 or 5 he suggested. And I chose this clinic because I came as a patient for a period of 3 or 4 months, and one of the students from last year's class practiced on me, and I got to know everyone and got to know the clinic really well. So it was basically a no-brainer at the end.
Well, I had a back injury quite a long time ago, and nothing else seemed to help. I knew a couple of osteos down the gym, so I came here. Afterwards my back was a lot better. Decided to study Tuina because I saw the benefits in it and wanted to get it out to everyone else as well.
Well, it's been a real eye-opener for me. I didn't realise how much there was to learn, actually. I feel like it's like an endless journey has just begun. I'm really glad I chose Errol because I can say several reasons, but one is he stays in touch with the source of the teaching. He goes back to China, I guess once or twice a year, and he revisits the hospitals where he learnt 20 years ago. And I think that's something very important. You want someone who is continuously developing, learning and circulating.
I've learned a lot so far. It's actually an incredible amount of different skills. I didn't expect to learn so much in a short time.
Well, we've completed all of our theory and our workshop practice, sort of workshop hands-on demonstrations and practice, and we're halfway through our clinic time, so we've got another 6 months or so to go of practicing 1 day a week in the clinic, and we're getting quite close to taking our practical exams, which will be in a couple of weeks for Tim and maybe a little bit longer for me.
So on the day we'll have to do 2 or 3 of the main routines that you'd learn, and you'll be assessed on the order and then kind of the quality and the feel of the actual routine that you do. It is an endless journey, so even after the course is over, there's continued learning. I think no matter how kind of proficient a practitioner you are, you can never stop learning. So yeah, just keep going. But that's definitely will be a milestone when we finish, and it definitely gives you the confidence to keep going.
So when we're training or practicing in the clinic, one of the most common comments you hear or instructions from your seniors is relax, relax. It's a big thing, and it takes a while to get it for some. And it's amazing how we imagine ourselves to be quite calm and soft people sometimes, and then when we go to work we realise that holding onto the patient's hand too firmly or just our own posture, we're not letting go and feeling into the patient.
So if I'm feeling tense when I'm doing any of the different movements, would you have any advice to kind of,
Just check yourself, stop,
Yeah.
and readjust. Probably readjust your position, start again.
Yeah, that does often tend to happen sometimes. So I'll be doing something and I feel quite tense in the kind of action of it. Because you don't notice sometimes, and it actually feels better when I loosen up in general.
Definitely.
The actual action seems more powerful and much more natural.
Definitely.
When I'm relaxed.
If you're in a room like this, do use the mirror.
Yeah.
So watch yourself in your stance as well, because sometimes you'll catch yourself and you'll
exactly,
like this, and you'll. If you don't have the mirror, stop, readjust, and go back into it.
Yes, you need the diploma in anatomy in order to get insurance when you're ready to practice on your own. So it's not enough to do well in the clinic and pass all your exams. You need this document as well. You can do it online at home. You don't have to go to a class, or you can go to a community college or a local borough council course and do it with an instructor. So if you've been watching a few Tuina videos online and you're considering doing the course, but you know nothing about Chinese medicine, this is one book I could recommend. It's not too thick, it's not too dense, and it gives you a really good introduction to the basic first steps in Chinese medicine in everyday language. And I think if you like this kind of a book, you probably will enjoy all of Chinese medicine. So Tim has a book if you know nothing about anatomy and want to get started.
This is called The Pocket Atlas of the Moving Body. It's by Mel Cash. It's quite popular among some of my colleagues. Even though we have a good knowledge of the anatomy already, you can never have too much, and this book is quite light, but it goes into the soft tissues, again some of the fibres, deeper tissues, superficial. So it's very good if you quickly wanted to flick and recap over some of the muscles and functions and types of movements as well. So it's quite a good book to have on hand. So the exam itself, I felt confident, but any exam's a bit, it can be a bit nerve-wracking. So going in there, there's obviously the added pressure of it, to remember, the actual order of the sequences. But we've been pretty well practiced, pretty well versed, so I felt good about it, and was able to actually come out and pass the exam, which I'm very pleased about. And that was a big milestone in my Tuina career, so I was very happy with that. And I'm looking forward to the future.
Recently, about 10 of us from the clinic, practitioners, teachers and students, went to a big event, a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu event. It was quite intense, hands-on, in-the-moment learning experience. So you have people that have got real injuries. So it's quite a great way to get your skills sharpened and do something really in the moment, which with real people with real problems.
So we dealt with a variety of different injuries, some that had happened in the past, shoulder issues, knee issues, back issues, some that were a little bit more fresh, some that even happened today, so hyperextensions of joints, or stiff muscles, just really loosening people up, getting them ready to go.
It was amazing, like literally my hips feel great, my legs feel great, I feel really relaxed, and I got a few more stretches to do as well just to make sure I'm ready for my competition, so thank you. And thanks to him because he's freaking awesome.
Did my practical test with Errol and Mariana as my instructors. It's quite an interesting moment because it's the most formal part of the course, and the instructors switch. So one of them is the patient and they're feeling you, sensing how good your technique feels on the body, and the other one is observing to make sure that you're performing the techniques in the right order and the right amount of time. And I passed, which I'm very happy about because now I have the confidence to get on with other things and just become more open to learning new things now that I've got the basics down.
Especially helps they pass over the joints and But because I'm measuring halfway, then I know.
Yeah, so you look at it visually, you know, even without checking it.
Right.
Of course,
Yeah. Because sometimes you may want to put the needles in fast. Yeah, and you be more closer. But the more you mark up this way, the more it makes sense.
Well, this is my friend Daniel here, who's one of my main practice clients. He's a designer as well as landscape gardener, so he suffers from two areas because he does the physical outdoor work with all the carrying and bending and lifting, but he also has a lot of strain and stress from spending long hours at the computer when he's got a design project to finish.
Nicholas is I think he's a very good, he's got a lot of talent. I think he's, for someone who's not been doing it very long, I receive a lot of benefit, which shows that he's obviously got some skill. You know, he's developed a skill in quite a short time. It's just, I find it very relaxing. The next day I feel a lot better. My movement is much easier. It's a different kind of technique. I've had other massage before, and he sort of applies pressure to different points, which I find much better for me than the sort of rubbing massage. It seems to alleviate the strain in a different sort of way. That's what I kind of like about it.
Mariana, she tends to be highly knowledgeable in many areas. I think Aaron and Mariana have their own specialities, so they'll know, you know, they have obviously a wonderful base of knowledge of everything in general, but then they'll kind of branch off kind of into their own specialities as well. I mean, Mariana's got some fantastic techniques up her sleeve. I know, I think I've heard of things even dealing with the likes of scoliosis, which is quite amazing. So I really look forward to kind of you know, trying to learn some of those. So yeah, she's been very helpful anytime I've seen her in clinic, always giving you little helpful nuances and such.
For me, I like the way Mariana can just show you exactly what you need to know or need to change in your technique in the moment. And she always does it with a smile and with a positive vibe, which for me is quite important being a student. I don't tend to learn so well from harsh or negative teachers. I never felt that there was a question too stupid or too insignificant. I was never afraid in this environment to ask anything of anyone, and I always got a very positive and to the point answer.
Definitely worth your time, definitely worth, the value is good, definitely worth the investment. So yeah, if you're looking into coming into the Tuina Student to Master program, I would highly recommend it.